Hey ya. Okay, so let's try this take two. I don't know what happened. My first live shut off. Literally just shut off. I seen the expression in my face like, what happened? Okay, so let's try this again. I'm gonna give it a few minutes and see if anyone else pops on, and then I'm just gonna have to restart it because I can't find the live on the actual group page. So, Ronnie, let's try this again because I don't know what happened. It was there, and then it just stopped. Okay, sorry, Ronnie. I gotta re-say everything I kind of already said. I do apologize for you having to listen to it again. I promise you could just tune me out. All right, so tonight is going to be our Spirit Veil tea. And the whole purpose of doing our Spirit Veil tea is you can use it for astral travel, you can use it for connecting with the departed, and transcending your physical self or physical body also, okay? So you can use it for either of those. There's a bunch of different ingredients we're going to utilize today. So, and I do apologize, I should probably say this, I do apologize for getting the ingredients posted too late. I shouldn't have done that, so I do apologize on that. Okay, so we have some mugwort. We're going to be using some mugwort here. Mine is not crushed up. Sometimes you'll find mugwort that is set up like this, or it looks like that. But in my case, my mugwort looks like this. I'm using the leaves. I'm not using the sift kind tonight. So I'm using my authentic kind. Then we're going to be utilizing wormwood. So here's wormwood. Some dandelion leaf, guys. Some beautiful lavender. Some yarrow. And then I have two fruits of choice also. I'm going to use strawberries and I'm going to use peaches. And I will explain here in a few minutes why I chose those two. But you could choose any kind you want, but base it off what you want. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Cerny. No, it's okay. Actually, I have to restart because my live shut off and I can't find it on the page. So I'm restarting everything from scratch. So you're actually just in time. I guess there was a reason why it just shut off on its own. So, okay, so those are my two fruits. And then, of course, you're going to have your any type of water. Moon water, storm water, rain water, hurricane water, which would be really powerful, by the way. Not saying anyone should really want that kind of power, but you could have it. Eclipse water, any type of water you want, you know, your choice. But it's, oh, listen, don't feel bad. Like I said, remember I said earlier I was looking for my mugwort and I could not find it. And I have two different kinds. And you think I would know what the mugwort was. But no, I had to put it in a different place. Like, hey, I'm going to put this here so I don't forget about it. Yeah, and guess what? I forgot where I put it. Ooh, Serenity, I like that. She says the fruit that she's going to be using is pomegranate and candy grapes. So let me guess why we're using pomegranate. Has anything to do with that beautiful Persephone? And because it's technically the fruit of the underworld? And you know, the funny thing is I wanted to use pomegranate, but I used it last Samhain for our live, and I said I can't do two. I can't do them back to back. We're going to use something else. So that's why I chose strawberries and peaches instead, and then I'll tell you why I'm going to use them. Okay, so again, we're doing a Spirit Veil tea, guys, all right? Disclaimer, real quick, please do not take my recipe, create my recipe, and make it your own, as in calling it your own. Do not sell my recipe. This is for the group and the group only. If I do find that you took my recipe, created my recipe, and then sold my recipe and claimed it as your own without giving credit where credit is due, and if you're actually selling it, technically, I get a portion of it. Just so you know, legally, I do. I will have you booted from the group automatically, and I will have you investigated as well. So, just a small disclaimer, and I hate to say it, but we've had it happen. So, I'm not trying to go through that again. Okay, so here we go. Real quick, ingredients one more time. We're using mugwort, wormwood, lavender, yarrow, dandelion leaf, and then two fruits of your choice, or three, or just one. Your choice again. I like two. I'm using two this time, and the reason why is because Mugwort and wormwood require their own fruit. They don't share. They don't like to share. Even though they're a great combination together, they refuse to share. So they get their own. Exactly. Kathy says it right. No sticky fingers. Be original. Be your own. Okay? I work hard on my recipes. You know, we all work hard on our spells and stuff. Don't take it and claim it as your own. That's so rude. All right. So again, Spiritveil tea you can utilize for connecting to the departed. Could be fellow witches. It could be just spirits. It could be just ancestors. Okay? Anything. It works. Astral travel and transcending your physical body. So you could utilize it in a few different ways. You could also, now if you can't drink it because, you know, maybe you're sensitive to one of the ingredients, that's fine. You can actually use it as an incense blend also, and you can actually utilize the fruit. You just have to get the dried fruit of it first. So obviously you're not going to do the fresh fruit and try and burn it. I mean, you can, but get the dry fruit, turn it into an incense blend, voila, burn it, and you still get the same effect. You just got to breathe it in. Make sense? And you can also leave it as an offering as well. That works too, for the same reason. Departed, astral travel, or transcending your physical body. Chamomile works great. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I think I said it to my friend Jen. She asked too about dandelion, even though I gave her her husband some. I was like, hey, give us a Jen when you see her tonight. But yeah, chamomile works great. It's just as amazing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to give a hiccup. Okay, so mugwort. So why we're using these herbs in the first place? Well, mugwort, pretty much divination. It's hardcore divination, right? But we're also looking at psychic abilities and visions as well, okay? So this is the reason why we're utilizing that. We want the visions. We want to amp our psychic abilities to be able to connect on that level. Even if you're using a tool, like if you're using a spirit board, if you're using a pendulum, if you're using a deck, if you're using a scrying ball or a bowl of scrying water, a mirror, it does not matter. It works all the same. Crazy question. I can't find my lavender. Can I use a replacement? Chamomile works fantastic, and so does lemongrass. Do you have any of those two? Let me know. Okay, so okay, so mugwort. So divinations, visions, and psychic abilities we're going to amp up. Wormwood is all about channels. So we're working on channeling, we're working on clearing our channels also, and of course it's also a divination type of herb as well. We have lavender. In this case, lavender is solely just meditation and to be able to calm yourself, all right? Obviously, mugwort's going to do that too, but lavender is going to help it. It's going to be a 2-for-1, okay? So definitely work with using lavender to help meditate yourself into that zone, especially if you're doing astral travel, for sure. Spirit communication also, if you want to connect with like a more powerful type of spirit, you definitely want to get in the zone. You know, you can't just drink the tea and just go, okay, this is supposed to be bewitched, right? Why isn't my fingers working? Why isn't this happening? Our magic doesn't actually work like the movies. Just a heads up. For all of you that didn't know. Can't snap your fingers or wiggle your nose and it's just voila, everything works. No, it's about concentration. It's about focusing. It's about manifesting. It's about working. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, where do we leave off? Lavender. Dandelion. So we're going to use dandelion as healing. I mean, obviously divination, because dandelion is a divination because it is a death and it is a rebirth. So it's birthing and death. Rebirth, death. See where I'm coming from? Because if you know dandelions, they turn into what? Wishes. So think of divination and think of having your wishes to come with it, all right? And healing abilities. Big time on healing. Sorry, my phone's blowing up with messages. Big time healing abilities too. Because after everything's done, you're going to have to reset yourself. You're going to have to drink a bunch of water to kind of reset yourself, but you're going to need to heal too. It could be a great experience, it could be a bad experience. Either way, you're going to have some type of healing power. So that dandelion leaf is going to help. Then we're looking at yarrow. Yarrow we're using strictly as divination. We need an extra divination just to amp it up a little bit, okay? It is a connection to the other side. It is a breaking of a barrier in this case, okay? That's where we're gonna use the yarrow, all right? Now, my fruit, on the other hand here, okay, strawberries. We're using strawberries for overcoming any type of obstacle, any type of barrier that we're gonna get into when we actually get into our state of mind. The peaches, and here's a fun one. The peaches is all about protection. Because, if I'm not mistaken, you should never do magic without protection. That includes teas, right? You can do a spell to help your protection grow, but in this case, I'm gonna let the fruit talk. I'm gonna let it surround me and its beautiful bubble, its beautiful skin, okay, that peaches have. The layer of outside skin is great in protecting the core, so we're gonna use that for protection. So strawberries is overcoming obstacles, overcoming any type of barriers we're gonna come to. Peaches, all about protection. Protection. Can't say that enough. Gotta work on the protection. All right, let's see. Oh, and then of course, water. Don't forget your water. Magical water. Any type of tea we make to help our practice is magical water, okay? And tonight it's gonna be really magical because I'm making my husband take this journey with me tonight. So I'm making extra tea. All right, so I got my candles, I got my incense. Are y'all ready? Are we ready? Okay, so I'm gonna adjust my camera view. Dark moon water. I love dark moon water. It's my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. And you know what? I lied. It's not my absolute favorite. It's my second favorite. Eclipse blood moon water. Bam. Favorite water of all time. Can't wait till next time it comes. That's amazing. Hey, Beth. All right, so I'm going to adjust my camera, so don't mind me as you guys see a bunch of wobbles. And I have a protection screen, so I actually have to kind of like make sure I'm adjusting everything properly in here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to work on is I'm going to put this on a very low. Okay, because you don't want to overboil your water, because that's a no-go. It'd probably be a great idea if I put it on the right one, right? Yeah. I never said I was like a genius or anything, guys. Okay, so got my water, it's gonna boil. I'm going to take my fruit and I'm gonna put it in here, okay? Remember, everything we do when it comes to our magic, let's see if this helps a little bit. There we go. Anything we do with our magic is, oh, that's right too. It's no biggie, I got candles. Think of what you want. What is the purpose of this tea? Because honestly, my purpose of this tea is to be able to connect with the other side. Why do I want to connect with the other side? Well, I like to learn new things. So I'm not just going to connect with my ancestors. I'm not going to connect with the dead. I want to know what they can teach me. Okay, does that make sense? Like, I want to really know what else is out there. Like, what do I need to do? There are spirits out there that can help you. There are witches out there that are even more powerful to get a hold of, if you can. Just a little side information. Okay, so as this is going, it'll boil. What we're going to do is we're now going to make a blend. So let me figure out where my other jar is. Hold on a second, guys. My silliness. Didn't even think of this. Alright. I did turn that on by accident. Oopsies. Okay. This arm, it's like this. I'm gonna turn the light on a little bit just so you guys can see over here. Let me get you guys adjusted accordingly. Alright. Let's see. You guys see? Can you guys see? Because I can't see if you guys can see. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so I got my bowl. So what I'm going to use is a pinch of this, a pinch of that. So if you got notes, let's take some notes. So I'm going to start with my yarrow first, okay? So I'm going to take a good pinch and I'm going to break off if they are still like attached some. Man, that light is horrible. There we go. I should probably get my other bowl. Let's do this. You guys can see it better. You see that better? And then I'm going to take another yarrow and I'm going to break it off. So we look like that. Okay? Remember, yarrow, all about divination. It's pretty much the only purpose we're using yarrow tonight. To help break that barrier. So about 2 pinches of yarrow. Okay? Then we're going to go with our beautiful lavender. If you don't have lavender, chamomile, or lemongrass. So I'm going to go with 2 pinches of lavender. And then let's move to our dandelion. Oh yeah, that definitely works. Oh yes, Jessie, and congratulations again, hon. Okay, so we said about 2 flowers worth of yarrow broken apart, 2 pinches of lavender. So now dandelion leaf, because I love dandelion leaf. Like, I love everything about dandelion. I'm going to, and when I do this, I always put in a counterclockwise circle, by the way. Okay? But remember, this is all about our healing abilities. Okay? Wishes that we want. So let's do a pinch and a half. So yeah. So this is what we got so far. Okay? Now, I always like to blend it with my fingers to start. Now remember, we still have a couple ingredients we haven't added. But I like to utilize it with my hands. Okay. Now, wormwood. I advise you, if you do not usually work with wormwood, I do advise you to use some type of spoon, but I'm an idiot and I don't follow rules very well because that's just how I am. But I'm going to use my fingers. So, remember I told you those 2 powerful ingredients that we want to utilize? This is that one. So you're going to use a little bit more than you normally would. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm an overachiever and I like the feeling that wormwood gives me. So, see my pinch? It's a very large pinch, I know. All the way around. And then I'm going to blend it to see if I like it. And just a little tiny much. So like a very chunky pinch to a very small one. Now, this again is my mugwort. This is actually from Ellen. Some of you might have this kind where it's more clumped up. I'll show you. That's one type, okay? I have actual leaves. So, I'm going to take a couple of them and I'm going to break them apart. Crinkle them. Now, you can use a mortar and pestle. In this case, I want the leaves to be a little bit more whole for me. because I'm just that kind of person. And the whole time I'm thinking about psychic abilities. I'm thinking about, you know, visions. I'm thinking about the outcome I want with this. And when I say I'm thinking about it, I mean it's like grilled into my head right now. So that's what we got thus far. Okay. Very earthy, very airy. Okay. That's what you want. Now, even though wormwood is technically a fire element, and mugwort is an earth and air element, you do have, like, yarrow is a water element, too. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, lavender is also an air, and dandelion is an earth. So I have all of it in this one blend. Okay? All. Right. So I'm just going to set this part aside. Put it on my little tray here. Because I do things fancy. And I'm just going to slide it over here so you can see the fruit. What's in here? Stand. Okay. And then I like using wooden spoons, so in my case I'm using a wooden spoon. But you could tell that my water is getting hot, but it's not like over boiling or anything. Don't you start with the stand. Okay. So you choose how much essence you want to come with your fruit. I want a little bit more essence. Why? Because, well, one, the peaches are my protectant, and the strawberries are my barriers. So I like my strawberries to turn to like a really light pink. Okay, so I'm gonna post you guys up for a second so you guys can see me and say hi after I adjust my stand, because it's being a jerk. I'm making myself dizzy, can you tell? Does it smell really good? So, for my new people, cut my hand. If you haven't seen one of my tea lives before, I'm all about like infused fruit in the water. Why? Basic, simple. It takes away the taste if you can't handle like mugwort or if you can't handle wormwood. But it gives you a very strong property, and it just really pushes it. So you're mixing literally, like in our case, a protectant barrier and a way to overcome any barrier with storm water, like powerful storm water, okay? And you're utilizing that as your base. That's a powerful base in the first place, right? Then you're gonna take your herbs and you're going to utilize it like you drink tea, right? You're gonna get your tea ball or strainer, however you want it, right? You're gonna get your beautiful cup and you're gonna fuse the two together while you say a really pretty chant, which I'm gonna give it to you. Why? Because I love you guys. This is the chant that I will be utilizing tonight, as will my husband, when we do this. So that's how much I love you guys. So I'm just giving it just a few on my water as it's brewing some. But you can smell, like, just me taking off, you can smell it, how amazing it is. You don't want it over hot, you don't want to boil it, you don't want to, pretty much you don't want to kill off your fruit. You kill off your fruit, it's no good then. Okay? But me, when I'm by myself and doing this, I literally am just thinking about, here's how I think of it. So when I think of like an actual spiritual veil, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, it's like It's a veil you walk through. It's like curtains you walk through. I don't think of it that way. I think of it as a mist. Okay? Me going through that veil and things thinning, I'm thinking of the mist I'm walking through. And when I get through the mist and find the way to the other side, it's there. It's right where I need it to be. Okay? And I like mist. Like, I actually love mist. Except for the movie. I don't like that movie. Creepy movie. But I'm all about imagery in my mind. Because the imagery to me, you know, it's real. It's 100% real. So when I go into my meditation tonight, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm going to be walking through this veil. I'm going to be wearing a whole different outfit. I'm going to feel amazing. Why? Because I'm infusing so much of my magic right now by thinking all into this. Every herb that I blend, I'm thinking of what it's going to do for me. Every drop of water that I'm going to infuse with the blend itself is a powerful protectant, okay? And I know it sounds like probably strange to like some new people who aren't used to like how I am, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't always have to speak everything out loud, right guys? You don't. You could say it here. Thinking it is just as well as saying it. When I say it, it's usually my most powerful, okay? See, and you think of a fog. We all think of things different. Okay, so my water is brewing beautifully. So you can also do this two ways. You can keep the fruit while your ball is infusing, or you could just use the water itself. It's your choice. I like the fruit. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so I got my little cup. I'm gonna bring you guys over closer to me. We're gonna tilt it down. Okay. Can you guys see? Can you see? I know, I'm sorry my light is so bright with you guys. So I'm gonna take my T-ball and I'm going to fill half my side. Make sure I get all the herbs, so I'll dig to the bottom just to make sure I'm pulling my mugwort and my wormwood all together. Get a little mugwort there. Yarrow there. There we go. So, what's that? Put it in. Don't you dare, sir. Close it up. So now I got it all in there. Set it in my cup. And then I'm going to go ahead and scoop out some of my water. Now, here's the tricky part. I guess I should have said this part first, which I do apologize. So as we're infusing this water, this is what I will be thinking of, okay? Actually, I lied. This is what I'm going to be saying. So as I'm scooping, here we go, guys. By darkened sky, hear thy words. My offering is thy doorway to the other side. Spirits of the veil, listen to thy voice as I call to thee. By darkened sky, hear thy words. My offering is this doorway to the other side. Spirits of the veil, listen to thy voice as I call to thee. get you back just a sec. And while it's seeping through here, let's talk. So, this is the tea, okay? This is your key. This is your doorway. This is your opening. This is your freeing mind. However you really want to think about it, that's what this is, okay? So to me, it's my key. I use keys for everything. And I don't even work with the deity that uses keys, by the way. That's Kathy's expertise. But I do like keys. I do like fog. I do like mist. I like the idea of fog. I like mist, though, because it's cold and chilly. And that reminds me of the, the spirits. Because they're always chilly. They always give me the chills. Sometimes they really need to stop. However you want to think of it, okay? You say your own chant, you can say your own incantation. It's your choice, okay? Just know, physically and mentally speaking, this tea will do some weird things to you. It's like a hallucinogenic in a way, because of two very essential herbs, mugwort and wormwood. Put them together, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, wormwood is actually used to make the green fairy, which is absinthe. So it's extremely powerful, okay? Let it sit for no more than about 5 minutes seeped, no more, okay? You can take your fruit out, like I said, or you could leave it in. Totally your choice. It is perfect that you're wearing a t-shirt, or I should say a tea/coffee shirt. Love that. I'll be making this for Nick before we go. Wait, I'm loving it. But yes, so here, let's see if you guys can smell. Close your eyes. And it's gonna sound silly, but put the phone close to you. But there you go. Your Spirit Veiled tea, guys. Hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments or message me. It's not an issue. But I hope you guys enjoy it, because I enjoy this blend. Please be very careful. Please be very careful with this one, okay? I know, but you can burn them. Kathy, you can burn them. You can make the same blend and burn it as an incense instead. Guys, so excited. Gotta find the husband so he can try. But if you guys don't have any other questions, I will go ahead and end this. Enjoy this, because this is the thinning, right? Beltane and Samhain are the two of the most powerful times that the veil is so thin. This is our month. This is that month where people don't completely look at us like we're crazy, even though we're a witch all year long. We dress like it, we act like it, we talk like it. We don't do any of those. We can just be normal civilians. But enjoy this time. Talk to the spirits. Connect with the spirits. Talk with your ancestors. If you celebrate El Dia de los Muertos, this is a great thing for it too. Even if you're working with demons, this helps you cross those veils. And I don't mean just the spirit veil, even though this tea is called the spirit. But you can utilize it when you're working with demons. You can use it if you're summoning. You can use it for the darker things too. It works just the same. Why? Because it's all here. It's all here. And it's all here, and it's all here. Okay? So you guys have a great rest of the night. If you have any questions, get a hold of me. You know I'm always around. I don't go very far. I love you guys. Have a blessed night. See you later.